MrBeast, one of the biggest YouTubers in the world, drops a video a couple of days ago where he challenged himself to not eat food for 30 days.
I am not eating any food for the next 30 days.
Wait, won't you be hungry?
Now this whole concept seems crazy, right? Well, does it? In this video, we're going to talk about how fasting can help you grow in your relationship with God. We're going to talk about why you should fast, what you should fast from, how long should you do it, and how all that correlates to help you grow in your relationship with God. All that coming up. Let's get it. Yo, what's up everybody? This is James Howard Jr. and I'd like to thank you for checking out this video. My channel is all about helping men honor God in every single part of their lives. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how MrBeast's challenge to not eat food for 30 days can actually help us grow in our relationship with God. Now, it may not be a direct correlation, but the idea of fasting is something that we need to consider if we're seeking to honor God in every single part of our lives. Now let's jump into the 3 things that you need to be thinking about as you consider fasting and how that can help you grow in your relationship with God. First, let's talk about why you fast. So obviously MrBeast is doing this to challenge himself and to get views for YouTube. The dude is a YouTube genius. But when we actually look at how this relates to us and us growing in our relationship with God, we can look back in scripture and we can see that many people did a lot of different types of fasting. We see that Jesus fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. We see that throughout the Bible, people fasted and prayed for a lot of different reasons. Maybe to get a certain result that they wanted, maybe to fast just to be obedient, and then maybe just to fast to get a closer relationship with God. Now, I would probably say for most of you watching this video that fasting is a good way for you to just get a closer connection with God. Now, of course, people use fasting for like losing weight and stuff like that, and that's cool. I mean, Christians and good, godly men could do that to help them lose weight and stuff like that. But if you're doing it for the focus of making sure that you're just getting closer to your relationship with God, make sure that you accompany your fasting with prayer. Now, this is very important because if you're not fasting and praying, then you're just on a diet, right? The whole point of fasting is to put aside something that is pleasurable, put aside something that you maybe do a lot of, and choosing to sacrifice that thing so that you can focus and have more time with God. Which leads me to my second thing, man. What should we fast from? We see obviously in this video, MrBeast, he fasts from food, but there are many different things that we can fast from. We see that in the Bible, people fast from food and stuff too. One thing I've learned as I've grown in my relationship with God and, been part of church and stuff like that, is that fasting from food isn't the only thing that you can fast from. Now, you can fast from food, of course, but you can fast from things like TV, from your phone. Lord knows, probably a lot of us need to do that. Fasting from things like video games or maybe anything that kind of just takes your attention away or distracts you. Sacrificing those things for a certain amount of time so that you can have good quality time with God. Now, don't forget, you're not just fasting just to get rid of stuff for a certain amount of time. You have to make sure that you partner that absence of those things with prayer. Now, the next thing is, how long are you supposed to fast? Now, we see that in this video, MrBeast attempts to go 30 days without eating food, and the dude was very smart about it. He had doctors and stuff like that, and I would suggest that you do the same. If you are considering a fast that's longer than like maybe a morning or maybe a day, consult with your doctor, man. Talk with people who can help you physically be healthy as you try to grow spiritually as well. And as far as like the Bible and what I understand about the Bible, what I've studied, man, I haven't seen any like magic formula that says you need to, fast for 40 days and 40 nights. I mean, I know Jesus did that. I mean, but if that's something that you feel like God has told you to do, like I said, make sure you are talking to your doctors, talking to other spiritual counselors, getting some good spiritual wisdom and physical wisdom that can help you make it through that challenge. But I personally am not suggesting that you do that. Personally, one of my favorite ways to fast that I do a lot is just fasting maybe one day out of the week or maybe even one morning out of the week. I know it doesn't seem like much, but it makes a difference because I'm choosing whether at the beginning of the week, the middle of the week, to take aside, a meal, whether it's breakfast or lunch, putting aside that time and actually focusing more on God and praying and stuff like that. And for me, I really love to eat. And so when my stomach gets to growling and stuff like that, it's a reminder for me to seek God or whatever it is. A lot of times people fast when they're trying to make a big decision in their lives. And I want you to check out this video about my friend who had to make one of the biggest decisions of his life and how fasting, praying to God, and really trusting God made a big difference. Check the video out right here. Until next time, we'll see you. Peace.